to this month's art vlog. If you're new here, my name is Jada and I make all different kinds of art. Right now I am pursuing art like portraits, people portraits and animal portraits, and sometimes I paint plants. And today I am sharing a little bit of the ceramics that I've been working on. I made a couple of ceramic mounts for my plants so I can hang them against the window. I have been really into mounted orchids, and it's kind of been a little bit of an obsession with me. Like, I can't have enough of beautiful mounted orchids, and especially the smaller the better because I can fit more into my small studio space. I do plan on doing a kind of plant tour now that I am kind of slowing down with plant buying. But right now, nothing is completely set up the way I want it to be. So I'm thinking maybe like a plant tour slash spring cleaning would be a pretty cool video to do, where I can share some of my plants and also do some spring cleaning for the month. This plant is a dendrobium. I hope I'm saying that right, dendrobium. This plant is supposed to be a miniature species and I am mounting it on a piece of ceramic art that I've made for it. I wasn't really sure if the long kings was just a fluke. When I received it in the mail, I wasn't expecting the kings to be that long because in pictures it shows a very small, like miniature plant, and the new growth seems like it's pretty small. So I wasn't sure maybe if when it was growing it wasn't getting enough sunlight where it was, so it was stretching out longer than it really should, but only time can tell. A lot of these plants do flower in the spring, summer, but I don't think I'm personally going to receive any flowers on these plants because they're new to my environment and I'm still figuring out my watering schedule. In the next clip, I'll be sharing a little bit of some packaging ASMR to celebrate and document my first sale on Etsy. Super exciting. It happened a couple of weeks ago, and I am just super happy and grateful that someone out there was able to support my Etsy shop in this way. Thank you so much, and please enjoy this little packaging ASMR. In March, I feel like I didn't really do much art practice in my sketchbook, like really at all. This was the first time I actually opened my sketchbook in March. I feel like the only time I ever used my sketchbook was when I was swatching out paint colors, and I did a little bit of a sketch for a painting that I had an idea for but never pursued for this March art vlog. And I feel like I spent majority of my time in March in the ceramic studio doing personal projects and also doing some stuff for the shop. I feel like I'm neglecting in a way my roots or like my painting practice, but mostly I think I'm neglecting it because I'm still trying to figure out what kind of artist I want to be. Do I want to just paint human portraits? Do I just want to paint pet portraits? Do I just want to go in and just paint botanical work? I just don't know. I want to do it all, but they're all slightly different from each other, and each one requires some time put into it so I can actually learn and improve my drawing. And each one is slightly different from the other, but overall they require me to practice my drawing skills. And I feel like I love this style of painting, but I don't like the style of painting outside of pet portraits. So I need to take some time to explore in my sketchbooks, also do some thinking and exploring personally so I can discover what kind of style and what kind of art I want to make and what kind of artist I want to be.
Soft, turn the key and cooler on. Push a pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do, okay, to leave a little bit undone and be the cat in the sun. Be the cat in the sun. Set aside every empty spreadsheet line and loosen up on the grind. Simmer down, settle back and mess around. I will see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do, okay, to leave a little bit undone. Be the cat in the sun. Be the cat in the sun.
I think in the back of my mind, I do know what kind of artist I want to be, but I'm kind of in denial. There's this sense of satisfaction when I look at this painting and it feels like me. It feels like something I want to do more of. It feels really freeing and it feels very beautiful. And I want to do more of this kind of painting. I feel like it's very free. I get to play with color. I don't have to be scared of putting down the wrong color because I can always mix it, and gouache is such an amazing medium to use in this way. I love mixing my watercolor and gouache together when I'm painting this kind of piece. And I don't think you can really tell that there's some watercolor mixed in the gouache when I'm painting, because when I use my water-based media, I use them very similar when I'm painting pet portraits. But when I'm painting like a figure or a face, I don't really use my gouache and watercolors this way, and it feels very, I feel like I have to be very careful because one brushstroke can mess up the whole painting, where with this kind of painting it's very hard for me to mess up and I can always fix what I think I've messed up. Like even with the eye, I can see some anatomy mistakes, but it's not too bad because it's in the sketchbook. I can see some anatomy mistakes, but I don't put too much pressure on myself to make everything perfect. And whatever I can't fix with paint at the end, I kind of take a look at it and just see where I need to improve in the future. And I see that, anatomy for cats is something that I definitely need to improve. And I think with better drawing, my paintings will look so much better in the end. But overall, I'm very proud of how this painting turned out. I really like the style. I really like the looseness of the paint, but also the details you can see. I absolutely love playing with color in this way, and I just want to be able to bring what I have in this painting to other parts of my art practice, like botanical work and figure work with humans and painting people's faces. This shop update in April is going to be a little different from my little shop update in March and the launch of my shop in February. This shop update is going to have 6 new ceramic palettes in the style that I sold before because they seem pretty popular. There are going to be some differences. I experimented with a different style that I shared in my Instagram stories, which you can check out on my Instagram. I save most of all of my ceramic updates on my stories, but I post about 3 updates a week because I go to the ceramic studio about 3 days out of the week. So I'm working really hard for this shop update and making new stuff. I even brought some clay home that I will share with you later on to work on making some more paint pans, and that's what these are here, and they will be up on my shop. I decided to purchase some wax and a wax seal or two to seal these little envelopes that I hand folded for the next shop update. Each ceramic pan will have 3 in an envelope. I thought they would be a great solution for artists like me who love color but have a very small desk and have very small palettes that they can fit on their desk. And if you wanted to save your mixing space but also add more colors and you ran out of wells, these can be a great solution to that. They can also make a great little miniature palette that you could take on the go with you. And they are just super cute and very easy to clean as well. So you can always clean up the paint that you put in them and put new paint once you run out, or keep filling them. I think they can fit a small tube of paint in them very easily if you wanted to use it for the whole tube of paint in your collection. I think the uses for these are very fluid, and I'm very excited to add these to my shop. I have made about 60 of these little guys, and I folded about 20 little paper envelopes for them. So each envelope will have 3 of these little paint pans to find their new home. And I'll be stamping them all with a wax seal, which I'm really excited to use these because I think they're so fancy and cute. But while I was working on folding each of these little envelopes, I was watching the 3 Body Problem on Netflix, and it's just so good. I really love the story. It's very emotional as well, and I'm a very emotional person, so there's definitely parts that I cried. Um, but no spoilers. I'm just interested if you have watched the show yet and if you love it or hate it or what your feelings are towards it, because right now I'm really loving it, and I also really love the mystery. I really wish we I don't know, because I haven't finished the series yet, so I don't know what else is there to explore. I'm just really excited to see more. I thought it was got to this point where it was gonna end, and I was like, oh, this is just the end now. But it wasn't. It was still more, and I'm really excited to continue watching. Mostly continue watching, not distracted by working on other projects. While I've been working on making ceramic pans at home and folding this little envelopes, I've been watching a lot of the shows that I need to catch up on. I rewatched the second season of Bridgerton as well because I just love the little love story between Kate and Anthony. It was so cute, like the push and pull, the I don't love you, but I love you. It's just like the tension. I don't know. I feel like every time with Bridgerton, like when they announced there was going to be a second season, I was like, they can't beat the first season. Like the first season was everything. Now that the third season's coming out soon, I'm like, how are they going to top the second season? Like, how is it going to be any better? So I'm really excited to watch the third season because I don't know how it can be any better. I really don't. But I don't know. In my opinion, I think they have done a wonderful job at making each season better than the last. Everything about Bridgerton is like everything for me sometimes. And I don't often rewatch shows, but I love rereading things and rewatching shows when a new book or show is coming out. I have so many books that I need to reread because the last book of this series has come out and I'm like reluctant to start reading them because I don't want it to end. Like this book that I've been reading for years now, I was waiting for the last book to come out, and now that it's out, I don't want to read it because I don't want it to end. I rather just stay there forever, just waiting for me until I'm ready. And that's what it's doing right now. I kind of feel like I'm in a book slump because I'm looking for that perfect book that hits all the emotional spots for me. And you know when you get that book that does, and then you're looking for another book for the same hit, the same rush? That's what I'm looking for right now. While I was working on these little paint pans at home, I have been catching up on all the Netflix that I have missed because I've just been super busy. Working, going to ceramic studio, and then working again. I feel like I have very little room for anything else, and I'm trying to find little pockets of time throughout my day to do other things. The other things that I'm trying to find little pockets of time to do is mostly personal work, like physically, like being active and stretching and taking care of my body, physically and mentally. I feel like sometimes I neglect those things in order to pursue my hobbies, and I feel like my hobbies are what keeps me motivated to just get up in the morning sometimes. So it's very hard to set aside time for myself when I feel like my hobbies are a big part of who I am. I'm not sure if I'm the only one who feels that way or if there's other people who feel like that way, like their hobbies are kind of what keeps them going, but also it's what holds them back from pursuing other things in life too. But if I'm not alone, please let me know. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Take care.
phosphorescence, vivid in the bone, phosphorescence. In the heavens, a billion signals move, call and answer, thousand pairs of two by two. Slowly we take on phosphorescence, vivid in the bone, phosphorescence. Midnight halos twist tied together, turning so close together. Midnight halos twist tied together, turning so close together. Slowly we take on phosphorescence, vivid in the bone, phosphorescence.